take me into the mindset when the strife got so bad that basically you and Rev are not talking, and
Right.
basically he's leaving you out of sessions.
Well, yeah.
It got crazy. How are you dealing with
Well, yeah. It wasn't no strife. It wasn't no strife I talk about this in the book. And even now on Twitter or Instagram and on the internet, I hate when people write, it's fucked up what Ron and Russell did to D. They didn't do nothing to me. I was going through my shit. Life happens. This is what happened with me and Run. Now, listen, I'm suicidal, alcoholic, metaphysical, spiritual wreck who just found out that he was adopted, right? I'm dealing with all of that. And then in there, because now Jam Master Jay gets shot and killed. So imagine what I was going through. And not only that, my voice was gone. So imagine what I was going to do. What happened with me and Run was this, and this is the straight up story, this and that. He did what he had to do, whatever. When Jam Master Jay died, Run left. That's what happened. Now, you might think, and then people from the outside, but that's fucked up because you was his man, this and that. That's cool too. But Run leaving me at that point in my life was the least problem that I had because I had all this other shit that I was going through. But with me and Run, there's no beef. There's no beef. There was no argument, this and that. When Jam Master Jay lied, the only thing that fucked up Run did was leave. But he did what he did. I don't hold it against him. I guess he did what he felt he had to do at that time. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, we was already on our down slide. I talk about it in the book. Run-DMC should have did what Cream did. Y'all remember the group Cream? They did 3 albums, hit that peak and said, yo, we need to end this shit now. What happened with this, and this is significant about all of you from all walks of life, if you don't feel, without the aid of outside drugs, liquor, and alcohol, if you don't wake up feeling good about yourself, everything will be destroyed. Run-DMC worked. All of that we did, the Adidas deal, the tours, everything that she talked about when I came in here only worked because it was Jay giving 100, DMC giving 100, and Run giving 100. After Raising Hell, I talk about this in the book, Jay and Run, and I let them do this, innocently not knowing what I was doing to myself. Jay and Run took upon themselves to say, DMC, we know what to do. We got this. You just do what you did on Raising Hell. We got the rest. So me, I wasn't in this business to get money. I wasn't in the business to get fame and fortune. I just wanted to write some rhymes like Melly Mel. So I didn't know by me saying, okay, y'all do it. So 86 with a huge Raising Hell. 87, 88, 89. If you look at our careers, Run and Jay changed. If you look at Jay changed every year. He got dreads one year, his style. Jay was the heart and soul, the vibe of the fashion. Run went from being, Run from Crush Groove, I'm Run, motherfucking Russell, this and that, to turn into the Reverend. I stayed in 86. I stayed in 87 the way I was in 86. I stayed in 88 the way I was in 86. What's that's doing? That's destroying Darryl. You know what I'm saying? So by me doing that, that was destroying us. So the creative riff wasn't no creative riff. When we put out Back From Hell, that was the most bullshit, crazy album. If y'all listen to the Back From Hell, you can hear me slurring on the records. I was drunk every day. That was the beginning of my downfall because Jay started JMJ Records. Jay had Onyx, this and that. Run was a married man. I was sitting around not knowing what my purpose in life was, and Jack Daniels and Jim Beam was my only friend. So what happened was, when Jam Master Jay got shot and killed, Run left. So when that happened, I got no Run-DMC, I got none of this and that. But my power and my delivery that makes me sit in front of the world and say, I am living proof. I am living proof that you could beat and defeat whatever it is that you're battling in life. Alcoholism, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. I'm living proof that you could beat all of that. Because when I went to therapy, I found out what my superpower was. And it's the comic book. Before I needed the old English, before Run came into my room, when hip-hop came into my bedroom and I was 12 years old, my whole life was this. It was school and it was comic books. School and comic books. School and comic books. And even way back then, the educators were saying, Don't let the kids read comic books. They need to read their textbooks and their workbooks. Overlooking the fact because I was reading every day made me that honor roll straight A student. You're going to give me a math test. You're going to give me a science test. You're going to give me a history test. I'm going to ace it because when I'm not reading my textbook and my workbook, I'm reading these comic books. And comic books did something that after therapy, I realized how I became the devastating mic controller, the microphone master, the king of rock and all of that. Comic books not only taught me to read, comic books not only made me excel in school because in history, they teach you about World War II, right? You know, in the history class and this and that. But when I go home and read Captain America, he takes me there. I'm really there. They teach me in science about the sun, the moon, the stars, and the galaxy. But when I go home and read The Silver Surfer, he takes me there. Like, it's not a fantasy. Anything that is look at the word make believe. Make believe. Look at those words right there. Make believe is so powerful, it makes you believe that. So what happened to me was I'm reading these comic books, it's helping me with school, but it also did something for me as a person. As a little kid growing up in Hollis, Queens, New York, who went to Catholic school. Every school I went to, I wore a uniform. I got bullied, I got teased, I got picked on. Before I rhymed about my glasses, I'm DMC and I wear my glasses so I can see. Before I made glasses cool, my whole life was, hey, 4 Eyes, smack me upside the head, did you see that? But I didn't know what comic books was setting me up to do really in life. Marvel comic books, especially because it was New York, taught me something. In life, y'all, you pick the adjective that describes who you are, and then you put your name after that. For instance, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk, the Invincible Iron Man, the Mighty Thor. So this thing called hip-hop comes over the bridge. And all it was to me was, oh, wow, you can tell stories about what you do? So from the comic book stories, I just started writing rhymes. So when Run put me in a group, my confidence before the alcohol was pretend. This is how I got famous. I'm just going to pretend that I'm the most powerful entity in this hip-hop universe. It was all me playing make-believe. So my name is Darryl McDaniels. D from Darryl, MC from McDaniels. But no, Amazing Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk. I'm going to become the devastating, mic-controlling DMC. That's going to describe me. And the whole world was like, whoa, this motherfucker's devastating. Make believe, pretend. So on the next record, I'm going to be the microphone master DMC. Causing 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, that's working. And here's the killer, y'all. To show you how powerful make believe. I don't need no weed. I don't need no alcohol. I don't need no pills. I don't need no money to make me the most powerful entity on earth. I sat there one day and I was like, Thor is the son of Odin from Asgard who has a brother named Loki. So on this next record, I'm Darryl from Hollis. I got a brother named Alfred, and my father's name is Byford. So I became the son of Byford, brother of Al. My secret is this. From my first record up until my pancreatitis, up until after Raising Hell, all I was doing was pretending to write comic book stories. And I go speak in middle schools now. I tell the kids, if anybody ever tells you, you're into that make-believe bullshit, might get you in trouble. You stand up on your desk in the middle of the class, the teacher's gonna think you're crazy, and you say, you're goddamn right, I'm into that make-believe. So that's the thing that gave me my powers. But what had happened, I got away from that because now I'm living up to the demands of the record company wants a hit record. You need to get on radio. You need to make Run-DMC happy and be the team player to make it go work. I realized that by forgetting who Darryl is, I left Darryl in the corner and started living up to these DMC expectations, which totally destroyed me, thinking that I needed something on the outside to help me succeed, and I went down that. But fortunately, I didn't have to jump because I realized as long as you, taking this away from me, as long as you feel good about you getting up every day, your life will be amazing. If you forget about those things that make you feel good, that's when your occupations and your relationships, even your spirituality and your emotional situation will go crazy. It's mental, it's physical, it's chemical. And it even takes, you gotta understand something, even if it's a chemical problem with your mental illness, there's always someone or something that sparks it. So for me, I wasn't living up to all I need to do is be little Darryl McDaniels who love comic books and superheroes in order to become that. I don't need Jack Daniels. I don't need money. And that's the whole story.